Illegal, unreported and unregulated fishing is an issue around the world. Fishing industry observers believe IUU occurs in most fisheries and accounts for up to 30% of total catches in some important fisheries. Illegal fishing takes place when vessels or harvesters operate in violation of the laws of a fishery. This can apply to fisheries that are under the jurisdiction of a coastal state or to high seas. Fisheries regulated by regional fisheries management organizations. According to the UN Food and Agriculture Organization, Fisheries and Aquaculture Department, illegal fishing has caused losses estimated at $23 billion per year, with about 30% of illegal fishing in the world occurring in Indonesia alone. Unreported fishing is fishing that has been unreported or misreported to the relevant national authority or RFMO, in contravention of applicable laws and regulations. Unregulated fishing generally refers to fishing by vessels without nationality. Vessels flying the flag of a country not party to the RFMO governing that fishing area or species. On the high seas, or harvesting in unregulated areas. The drivers behind illegal, unreported and unregulated fishing are similar to those behind many other types of international environmental crime. Pirate fishers have a strong economic incentive. Many species of fish, particularly those that have been overexploited and are thus in short supply, are of high financial value. Such IUU activity may then show a high chance of success, i.e. a high rate of return, from the failure of governments to regulate adequately, or to enforce national or international laws. A particular driver behind IUU fishing is the failure of a number of flag states to exercise effective regulation over ships on their registers, which in turn creates an incentive for ships to register under these flags of convenience. Since no one reports catches made by pirates, their level of fishing cannot be accurately quantified. One economic impact of illegal, unreported and unregulated fishing on developing countries is the direct loss of the value of the catches that could be taken by local fishermen if the IUU fishing were not taking place. These losses include a loss to GNP and government revenues from landing fees, license fees, and taxes payable by legal fishing operators. There are further indirect impacts in terms of loss of income and employment in related industries. Losses in income will tend to reduce the consumer expenditures of families working in the fishing industry. IUU harvests may be brought to market at a lower price as unfair competition to the same products from the regulated supply or as a must-labeled competing product. In either situation, this illegal and regulated contribution to the market may lower the overall quality and price of products available, thus creating an economic burden on harvesters following the laws and regulations. IUU fishing can have a significant impact on the sustainability of both the targeted species and the ecosystem. Fishing generally has the capacity to damage fragile marine ecosystems and vulnerable species such as coral reefs, turtles and seabirds. In fact, all 8 sea turtle species are now endangered, and illegal fishing and hunting are 2 major reasons for their destruction. Regulating legitimate fisheries is aimed at mitigating such impacts, but IUU fishers rarely comply with regulations. This may reduce future productivity and biodiversity and create imbalances in the ecosystem. This may lead to reduced food security in communities heavily dependent on fish as a source of animal protein. IUU fishing can also lead to increased pressure on endangered fish species. IUU fishing can directly affect the population of fish species by increasing the number of fish caught within the population in spite of population management efforts by the international community. Indirectly, the substitution of IUU caught fish for popular but threatened or endangered species increases the perceived supply of these species, thus decreasing the price and increasing the demand for the fish species. Mandatory product certification and catch documentation are increasingly part of fishery monitoring and enforcement, and to exclude IUU products from consumer markets. Certification is also used for timber and for diamonds, which have analogous enforcement problems. Labels can reward harvesters and supply chains which honor regulations. Labeling may also provide accountability for adaptive management planning. As well-managed fisheries may provide higher quality products and more stable economics for producers. The use of certification or catch document schemes is encouraged in the FAO's International Plan of Action on IUU Fishing. Several RFMOs include them, including CCAMLR's Catch Documentation Scheme for Toothfish, CCSBT's Trade Information Scheme for Southern Bluefin Tuna, and ICCAT's Bluefin Tuna Statistical Document Program. Similar systems are applied at